Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we are all very well, and I hope the month of October is actually taking us on well. I want to welcome us from the Impact Summit weekend. It was a very, very good one. Those who managed to attend physically, I want to congratulate you and say thank you so much for representing us. And then those of us who are also able to log in, and attend the Impact Summit online, congratulations. And attending such kind of big summits, it's a very, very good thing. It's a very good investment where we can be able to learn, we can be able to explore, we can be able to learn from the best, and we can also be able to see the bigger picture of what Neolife can actually be able to bring to the table, what Neolife can be able to do in our lives. So congratulations. I believe there must be a recording for the Impact Summit. I'll check it out and see if I can be able to find it and be able to share it, so that in case you missed, you can be able to catch up with that recording, because it was really, really quite inspiring and quite educative. I think very soon those who attended will be sharing with us what were the key lessons that were actually that were picked up from the Impact Summit, so that we can be able to borrow them and see how to apply them in our businesses, so that we can see how best we can expand and grow our business. So today, I wanted us to basically look at the business building habits. The business building habits that every business builder must actually have, so that we can be in position to grow our businesses to where our businesses actually belong. So we are going to be looking at the business building habits for business builders. You know, at the end of the day, as you can see on the screen, I am actually sharing the kind of structure that each one of us needs to have if you are thinking about building a director-sized business, which eventually becomes a world team-sized business, which eventually becomes a Ruby-sized business, that eventually turns into a president's team-sized business. You are looking at a structure of 6 strong business builders. It's a structure that each one of us that is looking at having a great director-sized business that pays us good money, you're looking at a structure that each of us needs to focus on having. Now, a structure of 6 business builders who eventually, as you can see, to become a solid good director, you have an executive manager leg, executive manager leg, executive manager leg, senior manager leg, senior manager leg, senior manager leg, and of course, other managers as well. This kind of structure of 6 legs, eventually, it comes with a lot of benefits. But before we go into the benefits, as you can see, these 6 leaders, eventually, they also become directors. And when they become directors, automatically, directors, then other executive managers and senior managers and managers, you eventually become a WORD team member with the WORD team benefits. And then eventually, these six business builders, if all of them are watching what you're doing and are all mentored, and they all go ahead and become WORD team members, with 6 WORD team members, this automatically puts you at a president's team, business. So as we build our businesses, let's have this at the back of our mind, that each one of us needs to look for 6 business builders and mentor them, grow with them, develop them, equip them with skills, make sure that they are becoming exactly like you. And when you are doing that, you are building business. We have often heard of statements like build people and the people will build the business. So we need to be, as we sponsor, we need to focus on sponsoring and developing the people we have sponsored. When we sponsor and develop, then we have a business. Then we are actually building a business. The reason as to why we would see these Tanzanians who earn commissions of 70 million, 30 million, 40 million, 50 million, the reason as to why we see this kind of things happening in Tanzania is because the Tanzanians have taken time, dedicated time to do a lot of massive sponsoring. But also on top of that, they have dedicated time to develop leaders, to develop the people they are introducing into the business. So let's get into having that in mind and having that as the bigger picture of where we are headed. Of course, we don't only stop at 6 legs, because 6 legs, when they all become WORD team members, it puts you at president's team. But if you're looking at becoming a diamond, then you continue sponsoring and developing more people. Okay, so let's quickly look at what activities do we need to have such a structure. What activities must we do to have such kind of structure and business coming up? Now, first and foremost, for us to build a great successful business, one thing that needs to be done, it is to have the right, correct mindset. That's number one. Having the correct mindset of a business builder. Having the correct right mindset. What does this mean? This would simply mean that if you are a business builder, there's a kind of attitude and mentality and mindset you need to be possessing. I mean, an ego is an ego because it's an ego. It has a mindset of an ego. A lion is a lion because it has an attitude of a lion, a mentality of a lion. I mean, one of the things I was told that a lion, even when it sees a huge elephant, it does not see the bigness of the elephant. All it sees lunch. And if the elephant is really, really huge, It says, my goodness, this is a very big lunch that can sustain me and my family for a long time. Whereas an elephant, even with its size, 10 times, 20 times bigger than the lion, when it sees a lion, because of its mindset, it only sees a lion as danger. Even when the elephant is 10 times bigger than the lion, when the elephant sees the lion, it says that this animal is going to eat me. Whereas the lion, when it sees the elephant, it says this is lunch. So mindset and attitude is very key as we are building our business. Mindset. Now, a person who has a business mentality will wake up every day with the attitude of sponsoring. He will wake up every day with the mentality of sponsoring people into the business. Whereas a person who lacks a business mentality will wake up every day to make a sale and make profit. Now, I am not saying that making daily sales and making daily profit is a bad thing. No. It's a good thing because it makes you money, and when business make money. But we need to have a business mentality. And a business mentality will look at every single person as a distributor. Whereas someone who lacks a business mentality will look at every single person as a customer. We are business builders. We need to build. We need to have a business builder's mentality. In fact, a business builder, even when they are presenting the business to any single person, they will present the business first. And when the person says, I am not interested in the business, that is when they will focus at turning them into a customer. But even when they turn them into a customer, they are looking at converting them into distributors in the nearby future. So as a business builder on this call, what is your mentality? Do you see every single person as a customer and how much profit you can make from them? Or do you see every single person as a distributor? And when they said not to being a distributor, then now you focus on turning them into a customer. So if you are going to build a great successful business, have a structure like this that pays you an average income of 2.5 million shillings per month, that later on becomes 5 million, later on becomes 12 million, later on becomes 20 million shillings and above, then you need to develop the mentality of a business builder. A business builder sees every single person as a distributor, not a customer. It is those that say no to business that a business builder turns them into a customer. And you see the most interesting bit about these things, about having the right, correct mindset. When you have the right, correct mindset, even the choice of words is different. How you present is different. How you see people is different. So we need to cultivate that mindset of a business builder. When you have a business builder's mentality, when you sponsor people, the focus is developing the people. Whereas to someone who lacks a business mindset, even when they sponsor someone, they don't focus on developing them. They don't focus on mentoring them because their mindset is more of a what? It's more of a salesperson, not a business mentality. And guys, if we are looking at becoming financially free, if we are looking at becoming financially independent, we have that freedom where we can afford anything that we want to, then we really, really, really must change the way we do things. Business builders focus on building systems. Business builders focus on building leaders. Business builders focus on developing managers, developing senior managers, developing executive managers, developing directors. That is what business builders mainly focus on. Their focus is in development, developing people, developing leaders, and that is where the money is. Let me tell you, by the way, let me give you an example. At a world team level, every director you have on the team, averagely, you earn from them an average income of 400,000 to 800,000, averagely. Every director at a world team level, every director you have on the team, you earn from them an average of 400,000 to 800,000, depending on which products and how much points they are doing. Now, I actually want to show you why would these people earn commissions of 80 million shillings, 100 million shillings. Now, imagine you have directors and you have developed directors, and averagely from each director, you are earning an average income of 800,000. So what happens when you have 100 directors on your team? What happens? When you have 100 directors on the team, you are probably earning 80 million shillings a month. That is how these guys are managing to earn commissions of 80, 100 million shillings. Now, if you are to go to the extreme, people like the 5-diamond director, Afiz has more than 1,500 directors on his team. 1,500 directors on his team, because he does 6 million PV. 6 million PV divided by 4,000 points, that is 1,500 directors that he has on the team. So multiply 1,500 directors times an average income of 800,000. That is how you come to an average income of 500 million shillings in a month. So if you've been wondering, how is Afiz able to earn an average income of 500 million, get commissions of 800 million? It is simply because he is a business builder. It is simply because he has developed very many leaders on the team. The focus is not on selling. The focus is on developing, sponsoring, and developing. So what are the activities of a business builder? What are the activities of a business builder? What makes you a business builder? What makes you a business builder are the activities that you are doing on a daily basis to be able to build your business. Now, a business builder will wake up every single day to go and look for people, finding prospects. It is a skill that every business builder has been able to acquire. Finding prospects. Business builders are good at finding prospects. It's a skill. They know how to get people. If you told a business builder who is highly skilled, If you gave him 2 hours to generate 1,000 contacts, in 1 hour, a business builder can even generate 2,000 contacts. Why? Because they have mastered the skill of finding prospects. So you are on this call. Have you been able to take off time to develop the skill of finding prospects? Or do you find it hard to find prospects? Have you learned the art of asking for referrals? Asking for referrals is one of the best ways of finding prospects. You have a distributor, you have a friend, you have a customer, and you ask them the magic question. By the way, I am looking for people to work with. I hope people to build part-time businesses for extra income. By any chance, do you have any 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 people that you can recommend to that I can be able to work with in my organization? And guess what? The law of average will work everywhere. If you asked for 10 people to give you referrals, out of the 10 people, 5 people are going to give you the referrals. The remaining 5, some won't, some will say, let me think about it. So as a business builder, do you know how to find prospects? Do you know how to ask for referrals? Do you know how to use social media to find prospects? I mean, I love the newest Diamond director in her speech. She said 95% of my entire business has come through social media. So if you want to build a business, if you want to be a business builder, I think it's high time that you consider learning the skill of finding prospects through social media. So we need to learn the skills of business builders. Finding prospects is one of the skills, and it is a daily target. It's a daily goal for any business builder. It's a daily goal to find prospects every day. It's a daily goal to connect with people. It's a daily goal to look for names, to look for contacts. It's a daily goal to connect with people via social media. Finding prospects is one of the daily activity for a business builder. Activity number 2 is inviting prospects. And all these are skills that you need to learn if you want to become a business builder. How do you invite? How do you make appointments? Very, very, very important. It's a skill that we need to learn. Making invitations. If you're still making invitations, whereby you call people and say, hi, Vivian, how are you? I am okay. You know, I joined a company called New Life. We have very good products. I ask you to come and have a look at them. Then you are actually an amateur. You need to learn how to position your words, what kind of words to use, and how to invite. How do you invite? Business builders look at inviting prospects as a skill. Hello, Dennis, how are you? I have a business concept that I would love to share with you. When can you make time so that we can meet and talk about it? Hi, Dennis, how are you? If I showed you a business that you can do part-time to earn an extra 2.5 million shillings every single month part-time, would you be interested? That is how business builders actually give out their invitations. Business builders look at inviting as a skill and they practice it every day to make sure that they become excellent at inviting prospects. Business builders have also mastered the skill of follow-up. They know how to follow up. They know that follow-up is the actual business. Presenting to someone about the business does not guarantee that they will join or become customers. But follow-up is where the actual work is. Some of us, we speak to people, but we never follow up. That's a huge mistake. Business builders know how to present. They know how to give invitations. They know how to follow up. The other skill that every business builder must possess is the skill of presenting. The skill of presenting a business presentation, product presentation. It's a skill that we need to learn. You are not going to present to the people, different people the same way. If I am doing a presentation for young students, trust me, even my choice of words is different from when I am presenting to middle-aged people, prospects. And then when I am presenting to all the prospects that are looking for a way to retire, my presentation and choice of words is different. So as a business builder, you need to learn how to present. As a business builder, you need to learn how to present. Business builders look at presenting as a skill. The other daily activity for business builders is business builders have also learned the skill or the art of supporting and working with their distributors. So business builders look at working with new distributors as a skill. It's a skill that they've been able to learn, that when I sponsor someone into the business, this is how I get to support them to help them to come from distributor to manager, senior manager, executive manager, and director. It's a skill, working and developing people, working with people and developing people, helping people to make steps. It's a skill that we need to learn. We need to learn how to duplicate ourselves. Surprisingly, bringing people into the business does not make us money. What makes us the money is when the people we brought into the business, when we dedicate ourselves and invest in time and train them and develop them. That's where the money comes in. When we just bring people into the business, but you're not supporting them, you are losing, they are losing, because they are not making money. And when they are not making money, you are not making money. So business builders have mastered the art and skill of supporting their distributors and helping them to make money. Let me tell you one thing. The best way to motivate distributors on your team is by helping them to make money. Oftentimes, I meet people who tell me, I have a very big team, but my team does not come for training. My team is demotivated. My team doesn't have excitement. And there are so many things about their team. But let me tell you, the best way to motivate your distributors is help them make money. Help them make money. They will be super motivated. Help them make steps. Help them to become managers. Help them to become senior managers. The other daily activity that business builders do is business builders have mastered and learned the skill of training their distributors. And business builders train distributors every day. So the question is, do you have your own personal team meetings? Do you meet your distributors and train them about the business? Or you simply sponsor and you just let them, and you probably expect someone else to train them on your behalf. You expect the system to train them on your behalf and help them grow. No one is going to do for you that. Every business builder must learn the art of training their own distributors, teaching their distributors how the products work, teaching their distributors how the system runs, teaching the distributors how to grow and develop the business. So by you simply sponsoring people and you're not taking time to develop them, you are never going to go anywhere. So learn how to train your team. Learn how to motivate your team. Learn how to encourage your team. Learn how to help your team to make steps. Learn how to help your team to make sales. That's a skill, and that's a daily activity for a business builder. A business builder also trains himself every day. They read books, they do research, they listen to motivation videos. They are constantly learning, because when you learn, you earn. And as a business builder, you need to understand the business so that you can help other people to understand the business as well. There is no way how as a business builder, I don't understand the business and then I help others to understand it. You as a business builder must train every day, must train more than any other persons on the team, because the more you understand, the more you will easily help your distributors how to understand the business as well. So business builders, they train their distributors and they train themselves on a daily basis. So guys, let's go ahead and do these things. Let's go ahead and train. Let's go ahead and develop these skills. Let's go ahead and grow. But most importantly, let's have the mindset of a business builder. Thank you so much.